मेरे पास आओ मेरे दोस्तों, एक गल्पो सुनो, कहानी सुनो, किस्सा सुनो, एक story सुनो. Today the story that I have for all of you comes all the way from Turkey. Now, whether this story is from Turkey or from somewhere else, there's no definite proof. Because stories travel, they are like the grains of sand, and they travel from one place to the other. And I think that's how this story also traveled. But by the look and sound of it, I'm very sure that the story is set somewhere in the Middle East. So here we go. Let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a trader. His name was Abdullah, and Abdullah was a very kind-hearted, generous, gentle man. Now he wasn't like the other traders, because other traders in his village were very witty, they were very sharp, they argued, and they always had the better bargain. Because they sold their goods, they traded their goods for its actual amount of money, and they always made some profit. Now Abdullah, being the kind, gentle, generous, the one who wouldn't argue with anyone, was also weak in numbers. Now it's the kind of trait that is not welcome amongst the traders. But there was Abdullah, a little weak in the numbers and yet a trader. And every time he went to trade to the market, he traded goats, he traded camels, he traded donkeys. There was always the other one, the buyer, who knew that Abdullah can be easily fooled. And so poor Abdullah was fooled over and over and over again every time he went to trade his animals. Now this one time, Abdullah was ready with his donkeys. And these donkeys had to be traded in the market. His wife woke up early in the morning and she said to him, her name was Aisha. Aisha said to him, Abdullah, remember, you are going to the market to sell what? Abdullah looked at her and said, I am going to the market to sell donkeys. Very well. How many donkeys do we have, Abdullah? Abdullah said, we have 7 donkeys that are ready to be sold. Very good, Abdullah. Remember, you are going to the market to sell 7 donkeys. How many donkeys? 7. Okay. And you are going to bring back money worth how many donkeys? 7. Abdullah kept going over that number. 7, 7, 7. Aisha knew he would forget. Aisha knew that somewhere he would slip in his counting and he would come back with a bad bargain. And so she told him over and over again, made him repeat the number, magical number 7, so that Abdullah knew that he had 7 donkeys to sell. How many donkeys are you going to sell, Abdullah? I'm going to sell 7 donkeys. Okay, how much money are you going to bring? I'm going to bring back money worth 7 donkeys. Well, Abdullah was finally ready. On the day that Abdullah had to leave for the market, he got up early in the morning, he took a bath, he wore his nice trader clothes, he wanted to be taken a little seriously in the market, he wrapped his turban, he packed his lunch, and he went out to the stables. Now in the stables, the donkeys were all standing in a straight line. And you know a little about donkeys. They can be a little stubborn and it's not easy to make them move. So Abdullah decided to tie them up. Aisha went and stood next to the stable looking at her husband getting ready for the day. Abdullah took a long rope and he tied the donkeys with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He tied all the donkeys the same rope going around their neck. And then he got up on the first donkey and he was ready to go to the market. He said, ha! 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 the donkeys followed Abdullah. He walked and he walked and he walked. He walked towards the market. It was a long way ahead. And Abdullah kept on calling out to his donkeys, "Ha! Ha! Ha! Ha!" After some time, he thought to himself, well, I have been going on my donkey for a while right now. Maybe it's time for me to count. What if a donkey has lost its way? What if he got free and what if he gone away? So very easily he turned back and he started to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no! Where is the seventh donkey? The seventh donkey is nowhere. He counted again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could only count 6. So Abdullah got off his donkey. He ran to the end of the line, to the last donkey, and he started patting them one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. There is my seventh donkey. Well, he knew the donkeys were very naughty. They could get a little playful. They could joke around a little bit with him. So he said, well, now I know what to do. I'm going to get up on the second donkey. So he got up on the second donkey and again he went, ha! 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 A little way down, well, he started to think, do I have all my donkeys? I think I should count them too. So he counted the donkey in front of him saying 1, and then he turned back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where is the seventh donkey? I think I've lost it again. Again he counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Abdullah knew he had messed up. He was doing it all wrong. These donkeys are going away. He needs to be sharper. He needs to take control of them. He needs to take all 7 donkeys. He thought of his wife Aisha. She had taught him, oh, no. I have to go to the market. I have to sell 7 donkeys. I have to bring back money worth 7 donkeys. I can't go and sell 6. So he got up again and he went to the front of the line and he started to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The donkeys were back. The 7th donkey, the one who's going away all the time, is got back. Well, he patted all the donkeys and said, well, donkeys, don't be naughty. We need to get to the market, all of us, all 7 of you and me, so that I can sell all of you and make good money. This time, Abdullah got up on the 3rd donkey and he went ahead. Now, all of you who are watching this video, you can get up on your sofa, get on a chair. Imagine you're riding a donkey. Pick up anything in your hand. If you have nothing, you can just move your hand, pretend to make a bit of a sound, and let's ride a donkey. Ha! 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 Abdullah went on and on and on, and after some time, he again began to doubt himself. He said, I think I need to take a look. I need to look whether I have all my donkeys. So he counted again. Remember, he was sitting on the 3rd donkey. And so he started counting from the donkeys ahead of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. I'm doing it wrong. Let me do again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where is my 7th donkey? He got off again, went to the end of the line and started to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's this mystery? Why does my 7th donkey keep running away? Every time I'm up on my donkeys, there's one donkey who slips away, and every time I get off the donkeys, that seventh donkey knows I'm off, and he comes back and joins the line. This is not happening. So Abdullah became thought of it, that I need to get out of this mess. So Abdullah thought, well, the donkeys can't make a fool of me all the time. I know what to do. So he got out the front of the line and he decided to drag the donkeys. He said, I'm not going to ride them anyway. They are all going to come along with me. And so he pulled, ha! 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 Well, he dragged and he dragged and he pulled his donkeys, his 7 donkeys. They didn't want to move. And so Abdullah sweated and he panted and he gruntled and he pulled all of them all the way to the inn. Now the inn was a little resting place in the middle of the desert where travelers, traders paused to eat their food, to take a little bath, drink some fresh water, rest for a bit and carry on their journey. So he stopped at the inn. He was famished. His donkeys were tired with all the pulling and the tugging and the counting. Even they knew how many they were, but they were tired. So Abdullah stopped at the inn and decided to wash himself up. He gave the donkeys some water to drink and some hay to munch on. He sat down, tired and upset. He looked outside at his donkeys and he looked at his food and he ate very slowly. The innkeeper came, he looked at the donkeys and said, very well, Abdullah, your donkeys look very good. They look very healthy. You'll get a good price for your donkeys. He said, I don't know. Aisha sent me off to the market to sell 7 donkeys. But I keep losing one of them. I'm not sure how many I have now. Sometimes they are 6, sometimes they are 7. The innkeeper looked at Abdullah. He knew Abdullah very well. He saw that he was in a bit of a trouble. So he said, well, Abdullah, I see 7 healthy donkeys. And I'm sure you are going to get some good money in the market. So hurry up and make sure you take your 7 donkeys well, bargain well and sell them well. You will make a lot of money today. Abdullah looked up from his food and he said, do you see 7 donkeys? He says, yes, I do. Didn't you say you left home with 7 donkeys? Yes, I did. But like I said, every time I get up on the donkey, I lose. I think one of them gets away. And the moment I get off my donkey, the 7th donkey knows that I have got off. And so he comes back and joins the line. I don't know how many will land up in the market. The innkeeper looked at him and said, don't worry. He patted him on the back and said, don't worry, Abdullah. You have 7 healthy donkeys. You will take all of them to the market and sell them. Once you go to the market, you will see you have 7. Abdullah felt relieved. He finished his food, he drank his water, he patted his donkeys and said, let's go! So he got up on the 5th donkey this time and he said, ha! 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 Somewhere down the line, Abdullah started to doubt himself. Well, the innkeeper knows that I am not good with my numbers. I am not a very sharp trader. Did he try to fool me? Well, I need to count my donkeys. So he started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. I'm doing it all wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where is the seventh donkey? Abdullah had lost count again. He could only count 6 donkeys. The seventh donkey was gone. Abdullah got off his donkey, the 5th donkey that he was riding on, and he ran to the front of the line and he counted his donkeys again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the 7th donkey was back. Abdullah was tired. Now he was very sure that this was a little play. Perhaps the innkeeper was in it. He was trying to steal his donkey. Otherwise, what would explain this? Abdullah got up on the 6th donkey and he went on. Ha! 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 Somewhere down, he was just nearing the market. Another 1 hour and he would be in the market. Abdullah doubted himself. Again and again he counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, the 7th donkey's gone again. I can't ride my donkeys into the market. I will ride only 6. I left home with 7 donkeys. Aisha told me that I have to sell 7 donkeys, that I have to return with money worth 7 donkeys. I cannot reach the market with 6. Aisha is going to be so disappointed with me. Poor Abdullah, he was at his wits' end. It had been a long day of jumping onto the donkeys and jumping off again, counting them over and over and over again. He lost count and he said, that's it. I'm going to pull my donkeys to the market. I don't care how many reach. I don't care what happens to the money. I'll sell what is left of them. And so, really tired, he pulls his donkeys and he pulls them. He said, let's go, let's go, let's go. He pulls and tugs and pulls and tugs and pulls and tugs and pulls and tugs. He stops under a tree. He drinks some water. And there comes a little boy with his father. He looks at Abdullah and looks at all the donkeys. And he asks his father, Father, this man, he has donkeys with him. He could easily ride them to the market. Why is he walking with them? We don't have a donkey and we need to walk to the market. But look at this man. Why does he not ride his own donkeys? Now Abdullah, he heard the little boy talk. So he went up to him and said, but you see, little boy, there is a little problem. Every time I get up on the donkeys, I lose one of them. I'm carrying, how many do you see? The boy said, well, I see 7. I see 7 donkeys. Yes, and when I ride the donkeys and I count, they become 6. I can't take 7 donkeys to the market. But I've told my wife, I promised my wife that I will sell 7 donkeys and I will bring back money worth 7 donkeys. And so that I don't lose the 7th donkey, I pull and I pull and I pull them. Well, the little boy didn't understand this as well, but his father did. His father laughed. You see, little boy, this is why I tell you, you should be careful in school. What you see here are not 7, but 8 donkeys. The little boy looked at his father who laughed at this man. And Abdullah thought, oh, I have, come again, how many donkeys do I have? The trader said, you have 8 donkeys. I see 8 donkeys right here in front of me. Abdullah said, wait a minute. I don't have 6. I don't have 7, but you are telling me that there are 8 donkeys in front of you? Are you sure? The trader said, yes, there are 8 donkeys in front of me. Well, my man, it's good for you that you are going to the market. You left home with 7. You are going to sell 7. You are going to make money worth 7 donkeys. The 8th donkey is a bonus, you see. And so Abdullah was suddenly very happy. Aisha did a mistake. She didn't know that we left home with 8 donkeys. There was an 8th donkey which we've been missing at home. And along the way, thank God, this good gentleman has found the 8th donkey. And now I'm going to take money worth 8 donkeys. Abdullah felt happy. He was confident. He dragged his donkeys into the market. He selected a spot. He tied all his donkeys open. He gave them water to drink, gave them some hay to munch on, and he started to call out to his buyers, donkeys for sale, donkeys for sale, donkeys for sale. Come, 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 get your donkeys from me. Healthy donkeys, donkeys for sale. Now, people, the buyers, they kept coming and coming and coming. And his donkeys started to sell. First in pairs, then some in numbers, sometimes even 3 at a time. And there he was with his last donkey. And he started scratching his head. How many did I sell? 6 or 7? Well, didn't the man say I have 8 donkeys? Well, if you forgot about the little boy and his father, the little boy followed along with his father as his father went around buying things and selling things that he had brought from home. And he tugged at his father and said, tell me, that man had 7. Why did you say that he had 8 donkeys? His father went down on his knees and said, well, you see, little boy, that man forgot to count the donkey that he was sitting on. That makes him the 8th donkey. The little boy, he looked up at his father and said, but that's a very mean thing to say. He left his father and he ran across the market looking for Abdullah. And then he heard, donkeys for sale, my last donkeys for sale. And the little boy ran up to Abdullah and he said, how many donkeys have you sold? This is my last donkey, but your father said that I had 8. This is my 7th. I'm sure the 8th one is somewhere around. He will come back when it is time. The little boy said, no, you were wrong. My father made a fool of you. There were only 7, and you were not counting the donkey that you were sitting on. Abdullah knelt in front of the boy. He cupped his face and said, thank you for that wisdom. Thank you for being so kind. Thank you for telling me that I'm not a fool. Thank you for telling me that I'm only scared of my numbers. Thank you for being so generous, young boy. You give me hope. The little boy hugged Abdullah and said, it's all right. Even I do these little mistakes in school sometimes. Count them well, count your objects well, count your donkeys well, and everything will be fine. Did you make enough money today? Abdullah looked at his purse. He counted the money and said, yes, I have sold 6 donkeys and my 7th is ready for sale. The little boy ran to his father and said, Abba, Abdullah, the donkey seller, is ready to sell his last donkey. Will you buy it? Come along, I want a donkey for me. And the man followed his son to Abdullah. And there was Abdullah waiting with his 7th and his last donkey. The man apologized and said, I am sorry for making a fool of you. Yes, you had 7, and I'm willing to pay you a double price for your 7th donkey. And there he was. He sold his 7th donkey for double the price because the other trader just wanted to make up for making a fool of him in the first case. Now, this story is very, very special to me. Now, it's very special because I, pretty much like Abdullah, am weak in numbers. Wait a minute, I am not weak. I'm just afraid of numbers. Let's put it that way. And so, as an adult, as a storyteller, I have taken it upon myself to go searching for stories which have numbers, which have numeracy, which have mathematics, so that I can learn, relearn, and enjoy the subject beyond the fear that kept me trapped in it. Are you like me? I hope you're not. But if you are like me, go seeking stories. Go ask your parent, go ask your teacher to just simplify mathematics with the aid of stories. Yes, stories can simplify any subject that you're studying in your school, even mathematics, no matter how stressful, how scary the subject is. If you use it to learn, to teach, it can be very joyful. And if your adult, if your parent, your teacher, somebody needs a bit of a help, a bit of a push, go and look for me. I will help them how to use stories to teach mathematics or any other subject. I hope you're enjoying yourself in the festival. There are lots of stories lined up. Have a great time. This is Rituparna Ghosh signing off.